Alrighty, what's going on, everybody? My name is Blitzwinger, ladies and gents. Welcome on back to a brand new episode of Customs for Lego Batman 3. First and foremost, thank you for the support on the last two episodes. You guys are awesome, awesome. Thank you for the reception. Of course, as always, if you guys are enjoying the series, leave a like. That is always highly appreciated. But I also did want to go on ahead and announce that later on this week, on Sunday, I'll be doing a live episode of Customs, whereby we will be building a whole bunch of customs together. So that's going to be the format of Lego Batman 3 Customs going forward, just like I've done with Lego Star Wars and with Lego Marvel as well. So we're going to keep trying it out that way, and we'll see if you guys continue to enjoy it. So tune into that if you want to voice your opinion for like designs that you would like to see and so on and so forth. And if you can't tune in live, you can always still watch it as an archived version of the video, so you'll be able to still see all of the crazy things that we come up with. So, with that being said, ladies and gents, let's get to work, shall we? For today, the final kind of pre-recorded episode for the time being, what we'll be working on are the following factors. So, we're going to get rid of Dear Melon, who I don't even know who that is. Whoa! Alright, well, no matter what, that's a pretty sweet-looking character. I have to say, that's a you know what? That's a really, really good-looking character. I do not want to ruin it. That looks really cool. I love that design. That looks like an awesome like Deathstroke and Red Hood crossover. So let's jump into the other customization pod and get to working on these guys. So the first design that we'll be building is actually going to be Darkwing Duck. So that's going to be another duck design because a lot of you guys were like, yep, please build Darkwing Duck. That sounds like a really good idea. So I was like, okay, if that's something that you guys are actually properly interested in, and it seems like you guys were, at least from the comment section, there were a bunch of people that were saying, dude, I remember Darkwing Duck, I remember Darkwing Duck, I used to watch that show, and many of you guys actually said that you just recently started to watch it, which is pretty awesome. So, that's who we're going to be building here today. So, let's see. Ooh, actually, perfect. If I can use that hat, ooh, actually, I think he wears a black hat, though. A hat of that design, but a black hat. So, this is going to be tricky, isn't it? Because I don't think it's going to let me do the, that, face with the hat. Yeah. Oh, man. Oh, man. That would have been so nice. If we could wear the hat and have that face, that would have been incredible. Unfortunately, we can't. So, because of that, we're going to have to remove the hat. Because, unfortunately, I think the face is a lot more important to get right than the hat. So, we're going to put that on. And then what we'll do is we'll probably make the face purple then, since that's the way that the design usually is. So that's not bad. That's actually pretty decent looking, to be quite honest. The legs we will make orange, probably, because similarly to like Donald and Daffy Duck and such, he has kind of like orange legs. Now, the hips, if we can, we'll make white, if possible. Maybe those ones will work better. Okay. Now, I know it looks a little bit awkward, but honestly, that's, for accuracy's sake, that's what we gotta go for. So, we're trying to nail it as best as we can. Alright, so, the outfit that he wears is usually actually purple. There really isn't much to work with as far as purple goes, and he has like little buttons over his outfit. He also does wear a cape, but we don't really have caped attires. At least I don't think it's possible. Maybe it is. Let's see. Let's try a character that usually wears a cape, such as Batgirl. Nope, it did not work. So I don't think you can have capes on in customs. Oh, actually, let me see for a moment. Maybe that would look good. That actually looks pretty decent. You know what? The Joker outfit might be the one that we go with. It's either that or maybe this. I think that's too much pink because his outfit was a lot more purple than pink. So I think we got to keep that in mind, that we got to go for something that is predominantly purple. Is there anything else? I'm not really seeing anything else that's like fitting. Maybe this one right here. But I feel like the musical notes are a little kind of like, don't really fit what we're going for. So I really think we got to go with the Joker attire. I think that that works best out of what is there. That's probably the best one that we've got. What is this one right here? The Music Meister. Again, the musical notes are... You know what? I kind of like it, though. I think that the notes there kind of add to it. So, because from what I remember, Darkwing Duck does have little cufflinks. Not cufflinks, like little buttons around his arm as well, so that could kind of act as those. And I don't think he wears any gloves or anything like that, so we're just going to have his white fur exposed that way. So there we are, ladies and gents. We have got him somewhat assembled. What kind of a weapon do we give Darkwing Duck? I think he used a hook. Didn't he? Like, he used to have like a little hook thing that he would utilize most of the time. But then he also had a gun, didn't he? Like a grapple gun. So that could work. Is there a grapple gun that you could have? I don't think so. Wow, that's actually kind of surprising. You can't have a grapple gun. I wonder why that is. So instead, I think that's probably the closest to what he was using. So we'll go with that. And then we're obviously going to need to give him a name, a proper name at that. So Darkwing. We're not going to have enough letters, are we? I'm like literally realizing that. As I was typing, I was starting to count. So I think we're going to have to just call him Darkwing then, because I don't think we'll have W-I-N-G. Yeah, we won't have enough letters. What am I doing? Darkwing. Whoops. There we go. Darkwing. Yeah, we're gonna go with Darkwing because, man, maybe it could be like D. No. Yeah, Darkwing Duck. There we go. So we got Darkwing. Bada beam, bada boom. As far as his code goes, by the way, there it is right there. So that is pretty awesome. So awesome. And Darkwing Duck has been assembled. Let's move on to the next character of the day, who will be Harry Potter. You're a wizard, Harry. So that will be the next character that we're working on. I was actually kind of surprised that many of you guys, and I mean many of you guys, wanted to see Harry Potter design. So I was like, okay, let's give it a go. Let's try to build Harry Potter in the game. So first things first, we need to grab a black hairpiece. There are a lot to choose from. None that he actually uses, like that they've used for his minifigures before. It's not this type of hair. Usually for like Harry Potter's minifigures, they use the, I don't even see it in here. Have they used, oh, there it is. Yeah. They used this design up here, but then they painted black. So that's usually the hairpiece that we would see. So since it's not available, maybe that right there. Perfect. Yep, that looks great. That's not even close. This one. Perfect. There we go. Harry Potter, the Wonder Years, or Harry Potter, the pretending to be somebody else years. Okay, so I'm actually kind of leaning towards this, but I feel like that's a little bit too like over the top because it's just kind of crazy and wacky looking. So we'll probably go with this one right there. Now we do have to change the face, of course. So as far as face goes, we need something that has glasses, ideally, right? And of course, if there's something that has the little scar at the top, that would be great too. But glasses would be a pretty important factor. I don't think there are any faces that have glasses, unfortunately. So that might not be a thing that we can actually design. I'm looking through all the faces here real quick, just to try to see if there's anything that could possibly match what we need. And it does not seem to be the case. There we go. Kind of partial glasses. Just give him that one. Be like, here you go. A partial. He's got a monocle. It kind of works. Sort of, kind of, not really. Oh, wow. Look at that. That could be a really cool, like, oh, what's that character's name from Hellboy? I forgot the name of it. But it could be a cool character design for sure. So, this is awkward because we do not have the right piece for him. So what do we use? Do we use the Superman face? Why does he still have the Alfred, like, oh, there we go. That's why. Because it was like, why does he have like Alfred's little hair pieces on the sides? Maybe there's a face paint. I mean, that's kind of, not that, sorry. That's kind of glasses, but it's more like goggles. So that's obviously not going to work. Yeah, there are no glasses. Man, that's kind of weird. I just realized like glasses would be such an like key thing to have, yet they do not have it in the game, which is pretty surprising. Can't go with that. Maybe Superboy actually, so it's a little bit more youthful. I think that works much better. All right, so outfit-wise, I think we'll go with the kind of school outfit, so kind of the sweater look if we can. So a gray-ish sweater if they have it. Obviously, it's not going to have the Gryffindor logo on it because it's not in the game, but we're going to try to get something that looks somewhat similar. What about that? That's a little bit off. Is there anything that's like closer as far as grays go? I mean, you got Batman's outfit, but that's just not gonna work. That almost looks like Bruce Wayne, just like outside of his outfit, right? I mean, out without the mask. I think we could go with that, maybe. But no, that's too businessy, right? Maybe this? No. Oh, man. This is tough, man. There really isn't much to do with the gray pieces, huh? Let's try that. Let's try it out. Let's see how it looks, right? So, we need something that will match as far as the sleeves go. Then the hands will just be fine like that. Now, for the legs, I kind of want to just keep them that way. And then we need to give him a wand of some sort. There we go. Zatanna's wand. All right. So, could we change the torso to be any better? That's the only key factor here that's like not matching at all. Oh, man. I really would love to make it look a bit more accurate, but I'm not really seeing anything. I mean, maybe we could try this piece right here. Would that look better? Nope. Not at all. Yeah, as far as like the typical kind of outfit goes, I think that might be our best bet, honestly. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe that would look better. No, I can't. I can't go with that look. It just does not look accurate whatsoever. So we got to go with this one. Bada beam, bada boom, you're a wizard, Harry. So let's change your name, my friend. I do love that we actually have the wand perfectly for him. So that's actually kind of awesome that you have Zatanna's wand to give him. So that is quite cool. Harry, whoops. Do we have enough to make a space? Let me see. Let me count. P-O-T-T-E-R. No, we have to. No spaces. So we have to just spell it out. But the nice thing is what we can do is just capitalize that, so that it looks appropriate. There we go. Potter. It's 2 T's, right? Okay, now I'm feeling a little bit awkward, but I'm pretty sure it is 2 T's. If it's not 2 T's, then we could have spelled it all properly. But I'm pretty sure it's 2 T's. Harry Potter. All right, there we are, ladies and gents. By the way, there's the code for Harry Potter. So I would love for you guys to vote here in a moment for who you think turned out best. Was it Darkwing Duck or Harry Potter? You guys will let me know in the comments section below here in just a moment. First, we need to teleport to a world. Let's head to Oa. A lot of you guys asked to go to Oa, so that's why we're headed there. And I can't wait for you guys to vote on which character you think turned out best. Plus, I hope to see you guys here on Sunday for the live stream. If you can't make it to the live stream, of course, still watch the archived version. That would be very, very, very highly appreciated. With that being said, ladies and gents, here we are. Let's take a look at the 2 designs that we've assembled. Design number 1 was... Wait. Anticipation built up. Darkwing Duck. Hey, actually, looks pretty good, honestly. It actually does look pretty good, I have to say. That is pretty awesome. So there's Darkwing Duck looking absolutely terrific, looking super duper cool. Love that design. I think we did a very, 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 very good job. And then the second design that we put together was... Whoops. Just 1 second. Need to wait once again, building anticipation, and that is Harry Potter. Look at that. He's looking a little smug, isn't he? He's like, look at that. Magic. I can make it happen. That's actually pretty funny. He's like, look, I am a magician. I'm a wizard. Look at me. I am making magic happen. He looks so funny, seriously. So, with that in mind, ladies and gents, there you have it. I hope that you guys enjoyed today's episode of Customs for Lego Batman 3. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like. I hope to see you guys here next time. Peace out. See you later, guys. Alligators. Bye-bye, everyone.